as Cole said, this is a shared moment for the family of Christ, for the family of Riverwood, and a very significant moment for one young woman. So come on in, Grace. Why don't you introduce yourself? Stand this way for now. Introduce yourself, Grace.
I'm Grace Phillips.
And you're a student where? What grade?
Stowe in 10th grade.
Oh, good. You got everything right so far? All right. It's okay. And why do you want to be baptized here with us this morning?
Because I want to publicly proclaim my faith for God, and it says in the Bible to be baptized, and I want to obey God.
Excellent. It has a twofold answer there, if you notice. It's a testimony of her faith, and she wants everybody to see that and to share with that. But also, there's the command to be baptized, and she wants to obey and to follow that command as well. So I know you've got family here in the front row. I'll ask you guys if you want to stand up so you can see better. Are you ready, Grace? Okay. Because of your profession of faith in Jesus Christ and you're wanting to be obedient and follow him in baptism, I baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Because it kind of represents this step where they're saying, this is my faith. This is something that I'm going to own. And for both these guys, they've kind of grown up with Christian parents, and so it's kind of a place for them to say, this is my faith, and I'm going to live this out, and this is how I do that. So it's really cool. I'm excited to do this. So first up, Deanna. It's warm, don't worry. This is Deanna Durkos. Deanna, how old are you?
15.
15. Super. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about how you came to trust Jesus?
Well, I was raised in a Christian home, so I grew up learning about God, and for most of my life I was here, so I was raised here, and after a while, though, as I grew up, I kind of almost got bored with faith and everything, so I kind of turned away from God for a few years, and that went on, and I rejected God and everything that he stood for. And recently on the New York missions trip was when it was on Friday, the day we went to the beach house, and I don't know what happened, but that morning I just really felt God convicting me on my life and all the bad things I'd been doing. So I decided that day that I would completely just recommit my life to God. And a few weeks later I went to a church camp, so that kind of helped stabilize things, but I was still kind of worried about school. And when I started school again, it was definitely rough with all my friends who were still doing all those things. But when we went on the retreat, the fall retreat, we took a prayer walk, and that just solidified everything. So, and ever since then I've been trying really hard to stay strong in my faith.
Great. So why are you being baptized today?
Well, since I was raised in a Christian home, I always knew that I was supposed to get baptized. And I just thought, okay, it's just something you have to do, and then whatever. And I never really thought it was that important because I didn't really understand. I was sort of like baptized as a baby, but that doesn't really count, so. And over the past few years, it became more real to me that I really did need to get baptized, but I didn't really want to do it just to do it, just to get it over with. I wanted to really want to do it, want to proclaim my faith, want to make my faith my own. And ever since the missions trip and the retreat, I've really known that I need to get baptized.
Great. All right. Thanks for sharing. All right, Deanna. Based on your profession of faith in Jesus, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Oh wow, this is long.
Yep. This is Brandon Bishop. Brandon, how old are you?
14.
14. Awesome. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about how you came to trust Jesus?
Well, like her, I grew up in a Christian home around people who believed in God. And I was really young, and back then I was kind of I had a back and forth attitude. It was kind of like one moment I'm afraid of dying and death and that kind of stuff. On the other hand, I'm having like heavy suicidal thoughts, that kind of stuff. And just one day, the one side that feared death took over. I was afraid that I was gonna die and go to hell. And so my dad helped me out through that, and I just wanted to trust God and live without fear.
And like you and I talked about in my office, we saw how Jesus took death for us. So we don't have to be afraid of that anymore because we trust him. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So why are you being baptized today?
It's just a big declaration of my trust in God that I will not fear anything anymore.
Great. Why don't you step forward a little bit? All right. See you right there. Okay. Brandon, based on your profession of faith, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
All right, so everybody can see it. This is Donnie Fisher, and over the last couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, Donnie and I, we met a couple of times, and we talked about this what we're talking about this morning, the death, the burial, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and Donnie believes all that, doesn't he? And Donnie, because he believes that and wanted to be obedient to Christ and wanted you to know about this, wanted to be baptized this morning. So we talked about that as well, what baptism means and the ritual of it, the going into the water and the coming back up and the symbolism of the death and the resurrection. We talked through all that and the obedience of Christ. And Donnie said he wanted to do that as well, to proclaim to all of you that he believes as well, right? So because of your faith and because of your proclamation, we're going to baptize Donnie this morning. Come on around here, face your family. If you're the family, Donnie, if you want to stand up as we do this. Excellent. All right. Donnie, hold on, here you go. Because of your proclamation of faith in Jesus Christ and because of you want to follow him in the obedience of baptism, I baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.